I still haven't received my $600 second stimulus check. Can I still get my missing stimulus money? It seems like no one receiving SSI or SSDI has received their third stimulus check. What is the IRS doing right now? I know this is a really difficult time, everyone. You all should have received your third stimulus payment by now. It has been 12 days since President Joe Biden signed the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill into law, and the first $1,400 stimulus checks started going out. Well, I do have good news for those of you who are missing a first or second stimulus check. We'll always be here to bring you the latest stimulus information and news. I am doing my very best to help guide you all through this. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your family and friends so that we can help as many people as possible finally get their third stimulus check. Well, the IRS has been touting the agency's delivery of the latest round of stimulus checks as reaching eligible Americans in record time. That is complete nonsense. With the first and second round of stimulus checks, everything went smoothly. There is no reason for the IRS to be able to send out all stimulus checks by the end of this week. I know so many of you that receive Social Security and other federal benefits are in urgent need of financial assistance, according to a Wednesday letter from the House Ways and Means Committee. The problem is with the Social Security Administration. The letter stated that 30 million Social Security recipients are still waiting for their checks, and that the IRS had asked the SSA to send it payment files 2 weeks before the checks were signed into law by President Joe Biden on March 11th. What do you think, everyone? Is it really the SSA fault or IRS fault? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. The letter stated, as of today, SSA still has not provided the IRS with the payment files that are needed to issue stimulus checks to these struggling Americans. Well, what matters now is that the IRS and SSA takes action this week to send out stimulus checks to over 30 million Americans. Lawmakers on Thursday said they received notice from the SSA that the agency sent payment data for 30 million Social Security recipients to the IRS that morning. The SSA confirmed the release of the payment information in a separate statement, adding that it had to work out a reimbursable agreement with IRS because they received no direct appropriation. Right now, it is unclear how long it will now take for the IRS to send the payments to the 30 million beneficiaries. But it should not take long for the IRS to send out millions of payments this week, as they have already sent out over 127 million checks. Now, with the IRS Get My Payment tool is giving you a payment date, it is likely that you will receive your check within a few weeks from that date. I noticed that many of you have payment dates for March 17th, but still haven't received your checks. Well, the IRS is certainly taking their time. But I hope you receive your check by the end of this week. The U.S. government has sent out 3 rounds of stimulus checks for up to $1,200, $600, and $1,400 if you did not receive any money from the previous checks. Or if you received less than you were due, you can still try to claim the money from the U.S. government. This tax season, a recovery rebate credit has been added to returns in order for people to file for any unpaid stimulus check funds. But you need to send in a 2020 federal tax return in order to get that money. That's true even if you are not required to file a return. If you received any money through the first or second stimulus checks, you also need to know exactly how much was paid. If you file electronically, the tax software you use should help you calculate any unclaimed stimulus check funds. In order to get any stimulus check or tax refund money more quickly, the IRS recommends filing electronically and providing your bank account and routing numbers. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and commenting below.
Want the people of Florida to benefit from this package, and it's all done by a calculation based on where the needs are, where they're the greatest needs. I will say, though, that $9.2 billion in state relief, fiscal relief, is going to Florida. $7.6 billion in local fiscal relief, $7 billion in relief for K-12 schools, and that doesn't even count, Justin, the 89% of people in the state who are eligible.
Okay. I have a couple of items of good news for the American people today. To kick us off, today the President will sign an extension of the Paycheck Protection Program, which passed both the House and Senate with wide bipartisan majorities. Since the beginning of the pandemic, 400,000 small businesses have closed for good, and millions more are struggling to stay open. In December, Congress provided an additional $284 billion for the Paycheck Protection Program. In just 2 months, we've approved over $200 billion worth of forgivable loans to more than 3 million small businesses. And in this round, we've distributed a greater share of relief to very small businesses. So today, the president will sign the Extension Act into law. We want small businesses to know that help is here, and they now have until May 31st to apply. As we do every week, Jeff Zients hosted a call with governors from across the country. He, of course, provided them an update on what the president announced yesterday, that by April 19th, 90% of adults in the U.S. will be eligible for vaccination. 90% will have a vaccination site within 5 miles of where they will live. This will be made possible by increasing the federal retail pharmacy program from 17,000 to nearly 40,000 stores nationwide, a program that started out as a pilot and has been very successful. He also announced there'll be an increase of supply to over 33 million vaccine doses across all of our channels, which is going to help meet the needs with the moving forward of the eligibility timeline. Another update in terms of getting the checks out to people. There are a significant number of Social Security recipients who do not file taxes. As we noted earlier, or a couple weeks ago, I should say, direct payments went out very quickly to those who file taxes every year, who do it via direct deposit. And thanks to collaboration between the IRS and the Social Security Administration, they will soon announce that we are on track to send those payments out this weekend. The majority of people should see them in their bank accounts on Wednesday, April 7th, which is obviously a very positive step forward. Finally, as many of you saw earlier this morning, the president announced his historic slate of judicial nominees of his administration, the first historic slate, I should say, with 11 candidates overall. This is an unprecedented fast start for any president in the U.S. history on judicial nominations. This is also a groundbreaking slate in many ways. It includes 4 nominees who have served as public defenders, 4 who are members of the AAPI community, a nominee who, if confirmed, would be the first Muslim American federal judge in history. 9 of the 11 nominees are women. And overall, this group represents a paradigm shift in the type of people who can see themselves on the federal bench while still maintaining the president's absolute highest standards for the qualifications, integrity, and fairness of each individual being considered. So lots of news. Go ahead, kick us off.
Thank you, Jen. I wanted to start by asking on guns. It has been noted, actually, that 40 years ago today was the attempted assassination of President Reagan. But some gun safety groups have expressed disappointment at the president's sidestep of the issue in his news conference last week. Can you give an update on